Good morning, friends and neighbors. Beautiful morning, beautiful sunrise here in the wood yard, if I can get the lighting right to show it to you. Today we're going to try a new experiment here at Red Rock Firewood, and we're going to see if we can run the selfie stick and drink coffee at the same time. This is going to be exciting. We can do it. All right, here's what we got going today. So yesterday I loaded a really nice load of white oak. There was, I don't know, a couple trees, at least one big tree, maybe two trees worth of white oak at the wood yard. Some of it I got home previously earlier this summer, and then I started into it, and you can see it back here. And then yesterday, my tree service guy texted me and said that he dumped 2 more loads. Looks like 1 more great big white oak tree at his spot in there. And so I'm slowly working it home. I was in a hurry. I had a customer coming to buy some hedge posts, and so I did not take time to get it on film, but I've got a nice load on the tilt deck, and I've got some of the quartered up big rounds in the bed of the pickup truck. And so I'm going to roll those off we've talked about it, but the system with that is the logs that I can manage on the tractor forks like that he kind of cuts them the right length, or the width of my tilt trailer just kind of matches up with the length of most of the stuff that he cuts to drop it out of the tree. And so it works good. I can just load them crossways and then roll them off with the cant hook, and they'll be staged up here under the shade trees, and it'll be comfortable to work up here, as it sounds like the heat's going to turn back on later this week. So that'll give me a nice shade project to work on in the mornings. And these rounds I'm planning on splitting right off the back of the truck into the wood cart. I've got that set up in the shade over there over my shoulder, as you can see. So that's probably enough talking to get this video introduced. Let's get to work. All right, friends and neighbors, this is crappy lighting, but you can see the giant orb doing a chin up over the horizon behind me. Now you can see it on my face. That takes care of that project. We added another little bit to our pile of white oak right here. And I guess, yeah, I don't know. I'm a pastor, so I'm always looking for the moral of the story. And I guess the moral to today's story would simply be this. Well, the first one is stand in the shade, and then your face looks better than if you're out in the sun. Filming tip number one. Moral of the story. Do what works for you. Find your own efficiency. I started just selling firewood. All I had was a little pickup trailer that you see over my shoulder back there, and my pickup, and a 30cc chainsaw. I sold 2 loads of wood to a guy who happened to have a tree service, who just wasn't interested in cutting firewood when he was done with a day of cutting trees all day. And that worked out into a deal where I get a bunch of his tree service wood in exchange for supplying him with wood for his stove in his shop, and it's been working out great because he'll burn about anything. So boiler wood, big nasty stuff that I can't split down into sellable size, goes for him. So, and yeah, I don't make a lot of special trips to town for wood. I take the trailer in with me when I go to town for something else. I try and have wood staged up in there, ready to go, ready to load with the tractor. I load it with the tractor, which I haven't done a great job of capturing yet. I'll try and do that here soon. But I bring it home and just unload it, and then I have it here and I can work on it when I have time. If I get a half hour someday to come out and run the chainsaw, you know, I do that. And I just slowly peck away at it. I try and use it that way. I use it for exercise, and I don't get stressed about what I can't get done. I sell what I got and don't sell what I don't. So don't fall for the lie that you've got to have a $10,000 dump trailer and a, you know, $10,000 wood splitter. I mean, that'd be great. Wolf Ridge, Andrew Easton, Yappa, if you are watching and if you wanna support my channel by mailing me a splitter, will change the tone and tenor of this thing entirely. But in the meantime, we're just out here plugging away with odds and ends and a Oregon 2500 splitter that is slower than I'd like, but it's a lot faster than a splitting maul. So that's what we got for today, folks. Thanks for joining in. You just keep looking for opportunities, stepping through those doors that open up, work on the fringes. My girls are still asleep. They'll be getting up. We'll be starting homeschool here soon. And this is just what fits into my lifestyle. And I'm weird. I'm a unique situation. But yeah, if this is something you have a passion for and you enjoy the outdoors and the smell of chainsaw gas and like to be covered in sawdust, I bet you can find a way to work it into your life too and find your own efficiency. Thanks for joining us. That's all for today. Bye for now. Thanks for joining us at Red Rock Firewood. Bye for now.